In October 1975, an airplane was flying from Uruguay to Chile. It was carrying 45 people. The crew members of a sport team and their supporters, including family and friends. The airplane had to fly over the high Everest mountains, but there were strong winds and heavy clouds. The pilots could not see where they were. They tried to climb, but the airplane crashed into a mountain.
Rescuers.
Rescuer looked for the lost airplane and any survivors. But the airplanes were white and it was flying on white snow. It was too difficult to see. After 10 days, the search was ended. The authority thought that no one could survive the conditions on the mountains. However, 27 people had survived. 20 people died in the
Crash
accident. In the next few days, more people died from their injuries. The survivors faced a dangerous and difficult situation. They had no hope of rescue, but they found a way to escape. Today's spotlight is on these
survivors.
At first, the survivors had to be rescued. They
Sheltered.
the wreckage of the airplane. The weather is extremely cold.
Extremely
cold. Many degrees below freezing. They had no clothes or shoes for cold weather. They only had a small amount of food and drink. They made metals, snow to drink, and they prayed to God that the wood soon be rescued. The survivors had a small radio, so they heard the terrible news that the search had stopped. They prayed up a hope of being rescued, and they began to cry, but one boy surprised the others. He says that this was good news. It means that they would get out on their own. One survivor remembers what Roberto Kennedy says: "We will die looking at the faces of each other, or we will die walking." The survivors began to plan their escape. Some made trees, but it was too difficult. It was cold and they were too weak to offer plate of food. This lack of food was a big problem. The survivors searched the airplane for food many times, but there was nothing. And there was nothing to eat in the snow-covered mountains around them. It was too high in the mountains for plants or animals. They had to eat to survive. So they decided there was only one way. They had to eat the bodies of the people who had died. It was a terrible thing to have to do. They discussed the problem for many days. Finally, they agreed to do it. This would help them to get stronger. Then there was another disaster. Diseases. An avalanche. Avalanches of snow.
Avalanche of snow.
An avalanche of snow came down the mountain. It covered the wreckage of the airplane, and it would kill 8 more people. Now there were just 19 people left alive. They just grow a great helplessness or despair. But they did not stop. They began to plan their escape again. They chose a small team to try to reach safety and get help. This group received the most food and found the closest to help them get strong. They waited 7 weeks for the weather to improve. It was 20 December 1972. Dr. Canessa, Fernando Parado, and Antonio Vicente began the long war. On the third day, they reached the top of the mountain, but in front of them they could only see more mountains. They knew then that it would be a very long walk. There was not enough road for all of them to cross the mountains, so when they returned to the wreck,
Wreck.
Canessa and Paolo continued their work through the snow. They experienced many dangers, but after 6 more days, they arrived at the edge of the river. On the side of the river, they saw 3 men riding horses. Canessa and Paolo shouted to the horsemen to get help. One of the horsemen shouted, "Tomorrow! Tomorrow!" Canessa and Parado knew at least that they would be rescued. The next morning, one of the horsemen went back to the river. Parado and Canessa were still there. The horseman tied some paper to a cloth and threw it on it across the river. Parado wrote a note explained about the airplane crash. Parado drew the cloth back. The horseman so he understood the message. He drew some bread to the 2 starving men. Then he brought the message to the authorities. That day, Parado and Canessa were rescued.
Rescued.
Rescue là gì con biết không? Hả? Cái này sửa của mặt mà sửa tay thôi được. Đâu phải là nước rửa tay đâu đâu. The next day, Parado
Guided.
rescue helicopter to the crashed airplane. The 14 survivors were filled with joy to see the rescue helicopter. But the weather was past. The helicopter could not take all the survivors at once, so a survivor remained on the mountain with a rescue team. The next day, this last survivor flew to safety. The Ugandan airplane crashed on October 15. The last group of the passengers was rescued on September 22. They had survived for 72 days. Were these people especially strong and brave? It is true many of them were young and strong and healthy. Many were members of a grouped sport team. The other people on the airplane were their friends and relations. When one person broke the heart, another person encouraged them. Later, Fernando Parado explained that they all knew each other and supported each other. We were a very close group. We took turns to put up with each other's state of mind, and rugby is a sport that teaches you to sacrifice yourself for others in a group. Many of the survivors were distant. They prayed to God and asked for His help. Parker explained how God helped. When we have no help, God was our only help. There was nothing else. The airplane crashed 14 years